couple of minutes to go. Just waiting for the Exeno team to get in.
Yep, hello everybody. We're also live on YouTube, and yeah, there's another 1 or 2 minutes till we'll get started here. Just waiting for the team to come in. Oh, I see Gosi.
Exeno next to her name, yeah. Okay. Hi Gosi. Are you part of the team?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, we can, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
Will you be speaking today for the team? And Gary, maybe Gary's here as well. Let's have a look. It's jumping around. If the team just raised a hand, they'll come to the top and then I can get them. Hi Gary, how's it going?
Oh. Hi, can you hear me now?
We can, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so who have we got speaking today? Is it Gary and Garcia?
Yeah, it should be Gosha. Should be joining us.
Yeah, and I'm here. Yeah, and it's Gosha. Yeah, it's Gosha.
Gosha. Okay.
Yeah. But you notice Garcia was nice as well, so feel free.
My Northern English, I'm not very good with names.
And that's it from our side, actually.
Okay, great. Right, if you're ready, Gosha and Gary, yeah, I can start the record and introduce you, and we can go into the Exeno project.
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay, good afternoon to the Whale Coin Talk community. Today we have an AMA with Exeno Coin that we're going to be talking all about their project. It's a C-commerce platform, crypto commerce industry that they're involved in. There's going to be multi-chain bridges we can go into, referral programs, staking features. So that's all to come. But if we can just start with the core team's background and experience, that'd be great. Gosha and Gary.
Gosha, after you, Gosha, you can go first.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Okay, so maybe let me briefly introduce myself first. So as we all know already, I'm Gosha Hai, and I've been with Exeno for around a year, and I have a privilege to be the chief marketing officer for the project. My background is working with some very well recognized international brands on the retail and tech application sides. And personally, I've been investing in crypto since a couple of years, and then I also realized that I would like to actually get into the world of crypto much more proactively rather than just investing, my private money into that. And this is how I started to be more open, and this is how I actually found Exeno. And what attracted me here was, the idea of the whole ecosystem and something that we call the crypto commerce, and the way how we look at the crypto commerce and the way how the organization was looking on the, bringing the full crypto experience into e-commerce site, plus very well thought and logically connected product upgrades and new features, which all combined creates a robust ecosystem about which we're gonna discuss in a second. But I think that maybe Gary would like to drop a couple of sentences about your background first.
Yeah, thanks for that. So hi guys, I'm Gary. I've also been just under a year with the team here at Exeno. My background is just nearly just approaching 20 years of international marketing, sales, biz dev across a wide variety of industries. I've been a crypto enthusiast since around 2012. Did a little bit of mining, or whatever was defined as mining back then. and hodling back then as well. In the industry since around 2016 on and off, personally. So I've seen my fair share of growing pains, to say the least, within this industry. And yeah, much like Gosh, I joined Exeno, liked what they were doing, like the direction that they were going into as well, in terms of, well, not just the angle of driving crypto commerce, but also the angle, of course, which is even more important these days, of actually building real products, and really actually even investing time into trying to add some value to this industry. Having seen what I've seen across the last few years, I think that's extremely important. So it fit my criteria, and now I'm here speaking with yourselves, and that's it from my side.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so if we can go into, for investors, the Exeno project, what you're planning. I know you've got the crypto commerce industry, which is an important part of the project, and all the utilities that you're building for the Exeno project.
I'm sorry, could you kind of cut out there for a moment, basically? Could you just repeat the last part of that question?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the utilities that you're building around the Exeno project as well. Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, I can get started with that one, basically. So first, let's just go back to the core of what Exeno is, so everyone can understand. It's the company started out in 2020, and the focus for it was basically driving some sort of e-commerce in the crypto industry. So around last year, coincidentally, it launched its first product, which was no more than a merchant site with a payment gateway. Towards the end of last year, however, we all came to the appreciation that that's probably not going to cut it. I mean, you can pretty much take your a card with an exchange and buy with crypto on any of the popular e-commerce sites. So we decided to think about what's lacking in this specific niche of this industry, in terms of why do more people perhaps not purchase with crypto? What do they still need in order to feel more comfortable with it? And basically, what can we change to make it feel like any other e-commerce shop and as popular as one? So we spent the last couple of months of last year, plus we gathered insights from our version 1, which was the product I just mentioned. And we got to brainstorm and how we're going to deploy things and what we're going to deploy exactly in 2022. So basically, first we started with our ultimate sort of vision that, when you think about crypto commerce, Exeno should be the first brand that pops into your mind. It's an ambitious vision, we understand. We don't anticipate that becoming the result anytime soon, but that's something that at least we're working towards. So we already have let's say, a high-level vision to work towards. Secondly, we identified what maybe some of the challenges were in terms of e-commerce, and adoption of it with crypto, and we basically started to implement those feature sets. So now, getting into the features, I'll kick off with the fact that we launched another version 1.5, which is the current version that's live right now. It was more about changing the UX and the UI, and by that I mean basically that as kind of putting more Web3 payment options like MetaMask and Binance Pay, kind of something a little bit more native to the crypto industry, rather than the old flow that you find on Web 2.0 commerce shops. And then we set out an ambitious roadmap, and we decided to look at all the technologies available in the industry that would complement, I'd say, the crypto commerce push forward. So before I get into the coin and before I get into it, some products around that, we were looking into areas like an NFT technology. I stress NFT technology, and I'll tell you in a moment why, because we will be launching an NFT marketplace, but we are absolutely aware that the world may not need another NFT marketplace as it currently stands. So while we will have various different pieces of work on there, we will also use NFT technology for more commerce-related items, such as, for example, proof of purchase for insurance purposes. Another example I use is you buy a physical good like a phone on our site, and then you can go to this marketplace and get an NFT version of a background in an NFT version for your phone, for example, and kind of merge the two physical and digital worlds there. We're also looking into SSI-based technology, and this is very useful. This is a very useful tech in the field of KYC, but we're looking to use its applications in solving a problem that's been plaguing the e-commerce industry for many years now, and that is the issue of fake reviews and how we can apply more verified reviews using that tech, amongst many other areas as well. In order to create these different feature sets to complement the entire Exeno ecosystem on the horizon, we've deployed our own Exeno coin. The sale is currently going on for the coin. Basically, it will be the coin that will power all these feature sets moving forward. And the coin itself will be, filled with features right from the get-go. We decided that if we're going to be a true leader in crypto commerce, we have to think multi-chain. So the coin, even currently in its sale stage, is on the BNB, Ethereum, and Polygon blockchains, in order to make it easier for users to consume and to use the coin of their choice and consume, Exeno the way they see fit. We're also deploying our own bridge, being built with a top bridge technology partner, which we will be announcing hopefully end of this week, next week, latest we hope. And we'll be introducing exclusives on our site, including discounts that will only be available for Exeno coin holders, plus something that we're introducing is called Stakeback, which is a twist on the classic cashback functionality. But instead of just waiting for that money back from a purchase over a period of X, we've decided that the tokens due will be staked during that period. And we hope that this will teach people about staking. This will show people that they can get more with crypto, basically, as well. So it's basically cashback with a pending period. But during that pending period, the tokens, because it's being paid out in Exeno coins, are staked for you automatically, and they're not just sitting idly waiting, for them to be removed. Withdrawn is what I meant to say. And I think I've spoken enough. I'll probably let Gosha touch up on our next version of Exeno, which over to you, Gosha.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. I think that the only things you did not mention actually is that we're also gonna reinvent with the rules of the referrals and affiliate programs, which are usually used on the marketplace sites. And of course, we're gonna do it like with the Stakeback and the Exeno coin at heart. And yes, last but not least, as already Gary mentioned, we are working on the next version of our marketplace, which we call Exeno 2.0. We plan to actually revolutionize the marketplace model, which is known like in the standard e-commerce behind that. That's gonna be a completely new business model behind that, which will allow the users to cooperate together in the peer-to-peer model, and also moving from the currently possible business to consumer B2C business model that is available on our marketplace now. We're gonna move to B2C2C and C2C as well. So that's gonna be the first ever this type of the platform into which we want to engage all of this product and features that Gary has mentioned so far.
Okay, great. And I see you're looking to expand into Metacommerce. I'm wondering why you think it is very exciting new, metaverses. You're looking to do virtual items and virtual assets with Metacommerce, and why you think that's going to grow in the future, Metacommerce.
Well, we're only starting to research the how do I put this? The setup that companies are doing with the metaverse. We have to keep our fingers on the pulse always, and obviously, we'd be, I guess, foolish not to think that it's worthwhile venture to do so with the metaverse. Right now, we are in research stage, being open here basically to see just how this area is evolving right now, basically. So we're preparing for it. Is basically what I'm saying. I don't. I also want to stress something to everyone here that's listening to us today. You know, we are actually building products, and I do need to, I think, stress that we have product live. Our teams, we have a team of over 30 people right now. I'd say about 60% of that, just over half of that are developers and experienced developers in terms of the crypto space, as well as e-commerce and payment gateways and other sort of relevant technologies. So we have that ability to, like with Metacommerce, for example, research it and, in fact, I would say examine it until the point where we feel our solution, or where we feel we either have a solution or are comfortable to start experimenting with it. So we're genuinely going to be following it. We're not there quite yet, simply because we've got a lot of other, let's call them, higher prio projects and products to deploy sooner than later. But we are certainly following that and other trends as well.
Awesome. Yeah. I can see, you want to get people using crypto like fiat and purchasing things. Digital currency is going to be the future, and digital crypto, it has to be used like fiat. And that's what we do say in the AMAs here. Quite often, crypto's not there to just lie in a wallet for 5 years. It's to be used, to purchase things and expand in that area as we go mainstream, definitely.
Well, that's why we adopted also our motto, which is, bring crypto to life, basically. And we're using that as our phrase, our catchphrase, basically, because as it fits in quite well as part of our ultimate goal, which is, bringing crypto into everyday life in terms of its usage. It should be used as conveniently and as intuitively as fiat currency has been. Obviously, the fiat industry, the fiat sector has I'd say just a tiny bit of a few years ahead of more than we do in this industry, but we're hopefully going to become an active contributor in this push within the industry of mass adoption.
Yeah. And so I read about a pre-sale and ICO date. So are you on a certain blockchain? You're moving over to others? I think the multi-chain is going to go to Polygon and Ethereum in the future as well.
So we are currently in our exclusive pre-sale. It launched towards the middle of May, and currently the Exeno coin is being sold on 3 blockchains. Sorry, we have 3 different versions of Exeno coin: BNB Smart Chain, Polygon, and Ethereum. And again, the reason for that is twofold. One is a convenience factor. We feel people should have the convenience of purchasing a version they want, and secondly, it's to already show the world that we genuinely, albeit maybe in a more, I'd say, basic format, we genuinely are moving into a multi-chain approach with us, and we will be looking at deploying more versions of the coin across other blockchains. And when we get that bridge solution up and running soon, it'll make it easier for us. So, yeah.
I mean, you've had a Certic smart contract audit, which is great. It's the gold standard. So investors can feel confident in the Exeno coin. And what's the marketing plans going forward in the future? How are you going to promote the coin and the C-commerce side of the project?
I'll pass this one over to Gosha over here.
Yeah, thank you. So basically, we are focusing very much on building up the right community, engage our community into the channels. We have developed a couple of the interactive channels where we can speak to the community as well as get some insights and observations from them. So of course, being in touch with the community is I think number one. We are also, I would say that I am like a little bit of old school marketer at the same time. So I also together we also take all of these best examples, knowledge, and experience that we have as the whole team that we have gathered so far. So we are also using some more, I would say, old school methods like digital campaigns to drive the awareness, to build up the trust. This is very, very important for us to, not just create a buzz around the brand, which is great and is a very good starting point. But then we also really want to go through the whole marketing funnel and make sure that on every step of that we're doing the right job. So it's very much about the gaining trust. It's very much about educating the consumers, educating the newcomers into the into the branch. Like, what are the cryptocurrencies? What you can do with the crypto, and also how you can actually, in a safe way, be a part of this whole ecosystem. It's also very much about activating simple thing, activating sales and purchase intent on site. So we used the best experience and the best learning that we got from the retail segments that many of the people in the team has the experience with. We are working with very well-known external agencies as well to support us within this one. So we really do it in a proper way. We started from the very proper marketing strategy and the communication strategy, and then the whole marketing plan and the promotional calendar, which is built all around it. We always focus on, driving a couple of the messages yet under the one umbrella to the consumers, so that their whole, even communications wise, the experience is clear to them, and they can match a different piece of information that we are sharing with them. We are also active on professional channels, and actually we really want to be even more and more active and become a thought leader when it comes to the important discussion about the cryptocurrency, crypto commerce, and the future of the adoption. So that will be the plan in a nutshell, I think. I don't know, Gary, if you would like to maybe add anything else to that.
Yeah, that summed it up pretty good. And sorry, did you want to ask anything else, Glenn? Or
just about the referral program for investors and influencers. How does that work for them?
In terms of the referral program, okay, so we're currently in the process of deploying our first version of a long-term referral program, which will evolve into a full-blown affiliate program. But right now, we're running an ambassador program, which I would say, I call it the precursor to our referral program right now. And based on the kind of contribution you'd like to give to support Exeno and Exeno coin, we basically are rewarding people with Exeno coin for different types of actions, different sorts of criteria. And it's on right now. We've got a overwhelming response. It literally went live last week, and we got over, I'd say, around 11,000 applicants already, basically, for it, in essence, and still growing strong. So it's really fantastic to see how many people are looking to support us and work with us, basically, as well. I'd also add to what Gosha said, in addition to the channels that she mentioned, we've got this privilege of being a marketplace and a live product. And I'm sorry that I keep on stressing that. It's great to say that we can, it's great to say it when you can actually say it, basically, in the sector. But that also allows us to tap into both the traditional crypto channels. We're thinking about your coin market caps, Telegram chats, and so forth, as well as your more e-commerce, crypto commerce sector. Now, obviously, we're still associated with crypto, so that doesn't mean the whole world is open to us in terms of marketing channels, but it does allow us to go into more channels, I think, than your average project can go into when it comes to marketing exposure. I'm also, going to say, because we've made some announcements about it. We're very privileged to have a strong, relationship with the guys over at Binance Pay. We've done some co-promotions with them as well already, and hopefully more to come on the horizon. As mentioned, we've also got this soon-to-be named bridging partner that's been, upon which we will be developing our bridging solution, and more partners on the horizon. We've been quite, privileged in that area, and we just need to push through with them and start announcing more of them, basically, because they've been really, very on board in terms of collaborating with us. We've been quite humbled by that too, basically. So that does also certainly help us in terms of growing our exposure.
Yeah, I would like
Great.
to add one more thing because, as I said, we would like to, drive the commerce as such, and we want to be a thought leader. And this is our strategic choice. And one of the steps that we have taken towards this is that we have partnered with the Being Crypto for their Crypto for Peace campaign. It was just launched a couple of days ago, and we are there among a couple of other partners. So yeah, we are thinking about also all of the partnerships, as Gary mentioned, very strategically, and everything that we're gonna do is to make sure that we're bringing crypto to life within the different frames that we can deliver for the consumers.
Hey, great. Let's open it up to investor questions. I see, Sayad, you had a question for the Exeno team. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. Okay, so I've read about your stake back feature similar to the cashback, and you also discussed about it. So when a user makes a purchase, the amount is pending for a certain period of the times to ensure the order is fully goes through, and it's mentioned that this time period will be of 30 days after the purchase. So I want to understand that even if the product is delivered to the buyer earlier, will the amount be staked for 30 days before the seller could receive it? How will that work?
Yeah, thanks for that question. We first started modeling our stake back off of what we found in the market, in the traditional e-commerce market. I can't believe I'm calling it traditional, because it's still not that it's still innovating in its own right, basically. And we just in general found that there's always this safety period, isn't there? Basically, what some do 30 days, some do 14, some even go as far as 90 days, and we just thought that was a little bit too far. So we decided in the beginning, at least with version 1 of the stake back program, and just to be clear, this is after Exeno coin goes through its sales cycle, because it'll be dependent also on Exeno coin as well. So we decided we'll start with this 30 days, but we also decided that as a result of that, as a result of this blanket approach with version 1, and as a result of the fact that we do want to continue to use every angle we can to educate users, be they noobs, be they experienced crypto users, just on the benefits of what crypto offers versus fiat and versus the other sort of solutions out there. So we said, okay, let's stake that pending the Exeno coins owed to the person for those 30 days, and when they get their X, maybe they'll get X plus a certain percentage back. And if they're new to this whole arena, the idea, of course, would be that hopefully they'll ask, well, why did I get more back? Because normally a cashback program gives, just the amount that it stated, and hopefully that'll start getting, some inquisitive minds thinking about, asking why this happened and so forth, and getting more interested in crypto and staking, basically. And of course, for the more experienced crypto individuals, it's just a value add, and of course, if they enjoyed it, if they enjoyed their APY with us, then they have every right to every ability to continue that staking period beyond the 30 days. So it's a blanket approach. It's version 1. Will we perhaps consider making a little bit more, I don't know, tier based, maybe a bit more scalable? We don't have that in the plans just quite yet, but we're always open to new approaches there as well. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for explaining that. Thank you so much. Over to you, Glenn.
Okay, let's move on to Western Beast. You had a question for the Exeno team. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can see that we're actually short in time, so I'm just going to limit my question to just one question. And the question I have is that you always constantly make redesign on different features of your project. So I wanted asking, what factors do you consider, especially making payments, your change in payment system, and especially talking about the security? Do you, how about the concept of the Google?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
okay.
can repeat, yeah.
All right. I'm asking, what factors do you consider when making changes to your payment gateway? I see that you always make changes on versions, and even incoming versions are also still having these changes on this payment gateway. So what factors do you consider before making these changes? And also, how many layers of referral system will you be having? Because most projects usually keep a limit of 3 just to make sure that they keep tabs on what the activities of the referrals are doing.
Okay. So I think I understand the 2 questions here. So I can get started with basically first things first in terms of what we did to decide the approach when it comes to payment gateways is basically ease of use. Let me take a step back here. Whether it's e-commerce, whether it's c-commerce, right? There's principles that transcend both areas, and it's about enabling the user. One of them is about enabling the end user, the customer in this case, to make a purchase as seamlessly as possible with as little barriers to it, basically, and in an enjoyable manner. And so with the first version that was around last year, it was, as I mentioned, a merchant site with a payment gateway offered by a small exchange. And the experience was less than optimal, let's put it that way. I know that they've worked on it since, but it was overly complex. So we decided that in this version, in 1.5, the one that's currently live, we looked to the industry. We looked to the fact that the web wallets seem to dominate in many different areas: DeFi, NFTs, and well, just you name it. Basically, they're all over the place. And of course, MetaMask is one of the top ones in the sector. So we went naturally ahead with them for this version. And of course, we went with Binance Pay as well. Not just due to the relationship and the entity behind it, but also we see that they've been making a push to become more and more popular as a solution as well too. So we started with these 2. Are we still examining potentially with this current version, maybe others? Yes, definitely. We're always open to looking into other solutions as we learn more and take lessons from them. But ultimately, when we go to Exeno 2.0, because of what Gosha said earlier about it being an unprecedented marketplace in the crypto commerce sector, it's also going to require an unprecedented payment solution in many different ways. And there, we're actually, working, even as we speak right now, on developing developing that unprecedented payment solution, basically. So we are also now currently in the works of building our own, because there's no solution that we can find right now that will be able to support our full needs when Exeno 2.0 launches. To answer your second question about the referral program, or basically we're taking a step-by-step approach. First, we've launched this ambassador program as a precursor. Next up will be I would say, your basic referral program. You basically have an account with us. You can generate a URL, and it's one tier only. So basically, you bring someone on board, and that's where the referral tiers end. However, we're also building I'd say, the next version already as we speak, which is a proper affiliate program, which will be able to, support both businesses and individuals alike with their needs when it comes to referring people, and that will be a multi-tier program. We're currently debating internally, basically, whether we do a 2 or a 3-tier program with that platform to launch with. But we are going to make that decision soon. That affiliate platform is down the line, right? First, what we'll launch is that referral program that I just mentioned. Did that answer your questions?
Yeah, you covered most of the questions. You covered all of it, actually. It's a great project. I'm still going through white paper, and I'm seeing some great, interesting concepts. I really wish your project goes to the moon and beyond. Over to you, Glenn.
Thank you. So do we.
Hey, thank you very much for the questions, Western Beast. Unfortunately, we've run out of time today. But if any investors, I can see a few hands up, we can get you safely over to the official Discord and Telegram. It's in our main chat there. If you've got any further questions, head over there, and I'm sure some of the team can answer them questions. We do say in every AMAs are for research and educational purposes. It's not financial advice. Do your own research. Check out their website, white paper, and the community socials, like I said, in the main chat, to make your decision if you want to invest with a project. So the pre-sale's live at the moment, did you say, Gary? And how can investors get involved? What platform is that on?
Yeah, the exclusive pre-sale, in fact, is live. So it's the best price right now to buy the coin. It is on exeno.com. Well, actually, more specifically, coin.exeno.com. And from there, we've actually, because of the fact that we have all this dev resource, we've built, the entire selling platform from scratch, the entire, basically mechanism for selling the coin. You need a code currently to be able to actually purchase, and I believe that everyone here will get one from yourself, Glenn, if I'm not mistaken, basically. And with that code, you can just come and purchase. And again, three different chains the coin's available on, which are Matic, Polygon, BNB, so Binance's chain, as well as Ethereum. So it's on right now, everyone.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks very much for coming today, Gosha and Gary. It's been great speaking to you from the Exeno coin project, and looking forward to the future. With the multi-chain bridges coming and everything you're building on the platform, it looks great for our investors. And take care.
Thanks everyone for having us.
Yeah, thank you for hosting us.
I'll finish the record and send over a copy for you to share with your community, and I'll send that into our main chat for our investors to listen back to also.
Fantastic. Thanks, everyone.